Welcome to episode 13 in the Dark. Previously on the Crystal Ark, our adventurers found themselves traveling to Burkton. While some of our folks got sick, or Cena, on the way of in teleportation, the rest of the crew did fine, and they met up with Elric, the local lord of the town there. Um, After a little bit of history and backstory on Burkton, they found out that the infection is widely spread right now, and no one has been showing up to the town. Um, with the guide being Theravol's family's crypt, Elric suggested that the team goes forth and goes ahead with finding a guide to bring them to the crypt in the now heavily infected woods of the Sarissa thicket. Now, the party didn't really want to jump too quick, and they decided to, I don't know, what would you say, Cypher and Tobias, sample the offerings within Madame Mirage's, the local brothel slash tavern. Finding their uh finding so they can't hear you, Borok, but yeah, sampling is a generous word. But after in the morning, they found their guide, Orin, the large druid Furbolg, who was going to guide them to the family crypt. Walking through the Sarissa thicket, they picked up on a trail. It seemed the Burkton Blades, one of the local guards, had shed all their armor, and just then a frightened crescent bear came running towards the crew. The crescent bear, led by Orsina, was brought to the entrance to the crypt, where they came under fire from some infected geolucent. After that, something weird started happening. And that is where we will pick up. Now, folks, the snow is beginning to fall on the ground. The bodies of the unfortunate crescent bear mother is on the ground in front of the crypt, and all the geolucent that you dispatched before. But there is a armored guardian standing there. Shield, could you describe what we see here?
Yeah. So you see basically a big metal man, looks like walking plate mail, kinda. He is holding a shield and nothing else. And if I remember correctly, he's standing over one of the injured citizens of Burkton, who you might definitely remember. Yeah, he's got his eyes kind of glow a little bit blue, and there's not so much visible crackling energy, but every time he moves, you hear kind of like a low rumbling like thunder. And that's shield.
Now, to the rest of the party, you see this person standing in front of you, seemingly in between Orin, the injured Furbolg, and you. How are you reacting?
If I recall, I was pretty close to him, right? Like,
you
I
actually
had seen him.
Yeah, you would
helping.
actually dimension doored with your cape over to see, and you kind of were hidden watching him do something. So you're relatively close, but he has stepped out of the tree, the line of trees, and now is in view. You're the closest, followed up by Tobias and Orsina, and Borok, you're closer to the gates of the Cianendel crypt.
And I saw him like protectively standing over Orin.
Yes, kind of having him now behind him, and he's stepping in between the party and Orin.
Well, you're a large metal man.
Who are you? You are not of Burkton.
No, I am not a Burktonite. Who are you? Guys, there's a large metal man over here. So far, non-threatening.
And we like kind of scunner over and just kind of be like, "Huh?
Yeah.
Who are you?"
I'll move up the flank.
Wow, you were not
kidding when you said there was a metal man just standing over here. He is quite the thing to behold.
Yeah, like literally, just big old metal man.
Quite metal.
What?
Quite metal. Like
Very metal.
metal.
Badass.
Orin, is this thing all right? Is this guy all right?
Orin, the furbolg, kind of hunched over, and he like leans over and goes, "You know, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I've never seen this guy in my life, eh?"
Yeah, well, he seems to like he was protecting you.
And
Were
he
you
kind of
protecting this man?
Do I recognize from like the town center? Remember, like there was a shield, like a big thing, like protector thing.
roll a
statue?
history check.
Yeah, do we put that together? Can I also roll a history?
Yeah, go
Not
ahead.
a good start. Not a good start. So it's a 4.
Bo, from your combat, you have had your bell rung. You don't really remember exactly, but Cypher.
Oh, I definitely have had my bell rung. You're right.
Oh, sweet, 20.
All right, you definitely. You remember Cypher, the guard who said to you, "Shield's blessing," and then you looked at the fountain, and at the top of the fountain was a adorned piece of rusted armor. No offense, Shield.
Oh no, I'm currently very rusty.
And that is exactly who it is, standing in the armor in front of you.
You're the like protector of Burkton, aren't you?
Yes,
You were
I
on
have
top
seen
of
you in the
fountain.
town square.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
But
like
you are
from the
new.
actually from the fountain. He like
I
came.
think so.
Yes,
Insane.
Well, we're trying to, I guess, help out the town and I guess the whole world.
in what way?
Truthfully, so.
Anyway, what this
Well,
is?
you know, these dead bodies over here, they're sick, and we got to go retrieve something from this crypt that might give us some answers.
Crypt?
Mm-hmm.
What crypt?
Yeah, where the dead
Okay.
things go.
Is there
I
a
mean-
specific crypt?
I think it's
Or-
crypt.
Yes.
Do you the crypt?
Family.
Theravol's crypt.
Theravol's crypt.
Theraval. I know this crypt which you speak of.
Well, do you want to help us? We could use your assistance. It seems like you can hold your own, and who doesn't love extra protection?
The crypt is very old.
Hmm.
Your chances of survival go up if I come with you. Yes.
Sorry, what?
We
Yeah.
want that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, chances of better survival is always better. So
Yeah,
Would
and
like-
Oren's coming with us, and Oren's from Burkton, so even if you don't want to protect us non-Burktonites, you can protect this Burktonite.
Oh, just a correction there. You know, I'm from around the
Yeah.
woods, so just been
I'm
living
sorry.
in. He's a little dangerous, and he kind of like knocks on the side, like boom, boom, on the side of Shield. He's like, "But this guy looks like he knows what he's doing, eh?"
Well, Shield, you had mentioned that it's an old crypt and probably dangerous. Does that mean that the older the crypt, the more dangerous it becomes?
There's correlation, but not necessarily causality.
Ah, okay.
This guy sounds really wise.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't think it hurts to bring him along. So if we want to get going, this is I mean, look at
Well-
him. He looks like he can protect things and stuff. So
I for one, am really eager to go, but I mean, we just finished this battle. How's everyone feeling?
Oh, I feel pretty good.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little rough,
Yeah?
guys. I'm a little rough. Yeah, I'm hurting.
Do you need
Oh,
healing?
we got some healing.
If
Pretty
someone
rough.
wants to hit me up, that would be wonderful.
Peter, what time of day is it?
Right now, it's about midday.
I will cast Cure Wounds. That is 8 healing. I'll just go up to Bo and just kind of be patting his cheek. Say, "Is this better? Are you feeling better? Is this good?"
Is this necessary?
Yeah. No, I have to make sure that you're okay. And I just give him a little pinch.
Hmm.
They're all better now. 8 whole points back. Does the baby bear need healing? Is the bear...
Yeah, where's Moon Moon?
You look over at.
Spoon Moon.
So that's the name of the bear now. The crescent bear, Moon Moon.
I love
Okay,
it.
so you see Moon Moon, the cub, over, not by you, but by the corpse of its mother,
Oh.
nestling up
it.
into it.
You're a monster.
Orsina, maybe you
I'm
should
gonna
turn
come-
into a bear.
Yep. Where is it? Is it close? Is it just out?
Yeah,
of
it's
the
actually
tree line?
from what you can discern, that this bear was the mother bear was defending its cub by the crypt, and the geolucent tore it apart.
Ruthless.
Oh my god. So
I don't like this game anymore.
I know, so sad. So clearly
Anybody want a pet?
affecting me. So I'm gonna go towards Moon Moon and no longer their mama bear. And just kind of like comforted him a bit and kind of ask if he wants to come with us.
Why is the small one talking to that bear?
I think they're showing it empathy and kindness because it's sad. It
Also,
just lost its mother.
I'm
She
assuming I
can
can't hear any of
communicate
this.
with it, so yeah.
Orsina, are you casting speak with animals or anything like that? Or are you just?
I'm pretty sure I already did that last time when
Oh,
we first met Moon Moon.
Yeah, let's just say when the
Yeah.
combat came over, you still have it up, and the bear kind of like looks up and he goes, "Where are we going?"
On an adventure. I don't know though. This doesn't feel safe, and I kind of feel bad for Moon Moon. Maybe we'll
Not
let
gonna
Moon
lie.
Moon stay, and then we'll come for him after the crypt. 'Cause I don't want to put Moon Moon in danger.
Orin pads over through the snow and puts his arm over the corpse of the bear and lays down a little bit of tobacco and goes, "Tell you what, I'll keep him safe while you're out here. If you're all right with that."
Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
the best idea.
Okay, I feel better about that. Are we okay with Or not coming with us?
As long as
Yeah, I
we're
don't think
at
he
the
was-
entrance of the crypt, we know where it is.
Just stay here,
I
okay?
don't think he wasn't gonna come with us anyway. From my
Well, I would have
understanding.
followed you to the ends of the earth, bud.
Oh.
Oh, well, all right then.
You have the noble duty of keeping Moon Moon safe for us.
I love him so much.
I'll make sure she's fine. He's fine. Don't worry.
I'm gonna. Sorry, before we continue, I'm just gonna cure wounds myself because I'm not doing very well either.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that as well at second level.
Okay.
I
At
have
third
a
level.
sending stone. Where did we get the sending stone from?
The sending stone was given to you by Alistair Vale Mirage's father, who was working alongside Theraval.
Okay.
He was looking, if you remember, he was looking for information on the autonomous guardians.
Yeah, I do remember that. That's last week I had that connection. I'm like, oh my god, it's the guy. Okay.
Healed 14 more points. Just if you need to mark that down anywhere.
Just say
You
14.
need more, Ty?
I mean, I'm still about 20 down.
How
but,
am I? How did I
I
only
have a
get
couple
9
potions, so-
on third level? Is what I wanted.
Did you roll a bunch of ones?
Yep.
I only rolled I rolled a 4 and a 6, and then +4 for cure wounds.
You look medium rare. Here. I'll heal him for 17.
I mean, I've seen
Okay.
better days.
Okay.
Oh hell yeah!
Orn,
You heal me for 17.
I was wondering if you had any
Can
way
I?
of contacting us, Orn, if something goes wrong.
Well, I got animal. I can get an animal to come in like a mouse or something and send you a message.
Okay.
How does that work?
That's a good call.
Yeah, I guess that's okay. I just worry that something happens or something comes out. Maybe you should like find a place to hide a little bit.
Be in the trees.
What do you think, little buddy? And the bear kind of looks up and just, for the rest of you, all you hear is like a, and they go over. He's like, all right, we're gonna go over into the woods there.
Be safe, okay?
Peter, I also think your mic cuts out a little bit. Like it gets soft and then loud again.
I don't know what it's doing. Sorry, everyone. But testing. Hello.
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 Hello. Okay. Anyways, let's give this a shot again. Orin and Moon go out into the trees, and we will continue on. I guess. Is everyone topped up or ready to go in?
I
Yep.
mean,
Very topped.
ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. As you approach the entrance of the Cianandel crypt, the iron gate looks to be broken and torn off its hinges. Entering into the crypt, you see vaulted Gothic ceilings adorned with stone relief of bare trees, branches appearing to be wrapped up around and reaching upwards from the pillars. A large ornate staircase leads down further into the earth. Out of the elements, as it were, right now. The daylight breaking in through here, but there seems to be someone who wanted to get in first.
Shit.
Well,
I
Sorry, what did you say there? What did you just say there, Peter? Oh, someone's looks like they've been in first.
Yeah, it
gone
looks
in
like
first.
someone wanted to get in
Okay.
first.
looks like one of the first ones, and that's a bit of a problem.
Can I, like, is there any tracks? Can I take a look at some tracks, see how long ago this might be, or if they might still be here?
Yeah, go ahead. Go roll a
Can
nature
I
check for me.
assist?
For nature, sure, go ahead. Well, I guess Bo will roll it with advantage then.
Yeah.
All right.
Natural 19 plus nature plus 1, so dirty 20.
So, given the terrain and the combat that just ensued, as you are following in and seeing the snow, there are footprints everywhere, but you can see there is snow that has not melted yet, tracking in to the stone, cobblestone floor.
But they're not out, and there's no footsteps coming out.
Correct.
Not good.
We're-
guess
we
eyes
might
up.
be, run into some trouble here, so.
Does my passive perception catch anything right now, or is it just silence?
No, right now you're kind of in like what it would be like a I don't know what the actual word is for a crypt, but it's pretty much like the wet room where you just kind of walk in, take your coats off and something like that, and I
The
guess
foyer,
the
the
lobby.
foyer of the crypt.
the foyer,
Mud
the foyer
room?
of the
Yeah.
crypt.
Oh yeah.
The
foyer
mud
of the
room.
crypt.
Yeah, the mud room. Something like
Receiving
that.
area.
The receiving area. It's very just open in here with a stone floor, cobblestone floor, the vaulted stone ceilings, and a stairs going into the earth.
give me a minute to check for magic.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's 12.
The only thing you get, Tobias, is a hum from the gate.
Okay. Think there's a little bit of magic in here. That gate is humming. Humming something fierce, like a
Mm-mm.
Do it again. I didn't quite catch it.
Okay, let me find a different pitch. Hold on.
Yeah, right there.
Mm.
Yeah. No.
Right
yeah.
there.
That, I hear it now.
That's
Yeah,
that's the
I hear
that's
it.
the one.
Do we
Thank you
want
for
to
clarifying that.
sneak in?
I mean, I think we just need to be careful. Is all. Let's keep our wits about us.
I think that's a good
Shield,
idea.
how much do you know about this crypt? Have you been inside? Do you know how big it is? Do you know anything about it?
No. It
Fair.
is probable that Age of the Crypt predates even my construction. It was here when I arrived.
Do you anticipate or have any kind of calculation to know if there'd be other exits? Do you think this is are the crypts usually one exit in this area?
Typically one entrance, one exit.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm. All right. So who wants to lead the way on this little adventure?
I mean,
Me.
I might as well
Perfect to
take
volunteer.
leads. Yeah.
You are all soft.
So, all me. No,
Your flesh will tear
Bro,
easily.
did you just say not you?
I just said I will do it. But
Bo's a
I mean,
little
if Shield is
offended.
offering, then sure, go ahead.
So
Yeah,
soft.
let's do this. It's this guy.
I like that.
Let's put our big,
Okay.
hard, shiny man in front.
The
We're walking in a line.
plate
No,
armor
we're
the
gonna
plate
need a
armor just kind of
complex.
walks in past you, and Shield, you start to lead the group down the wide set staircase. The staircase leads down into a larger room where there are a bunch of pews set out. There are statues in the corner, and then there are another 2 sets of stairs on either side, the left and the right.
I mean, always go left, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said both left and right. Which one do you mean?
Did no one
I
get
mean-
that?
Let's go
I
right.
didn't even realize it. I didn't realize it. Sure, let's go right. Fine. Don't listen to. I mean, I guess you are listening to me a little bit, but anyway, let's go. Let's go.
So we're gonna go right? Okay, cool. Shield will start going down the right set of stairs.
We're gonna go right. Yeah.
As you pass through the pews and the statues in this area, it looks to be kind of like a ceremonial room, as it were. And you make your way down stairs. These stairs kind of curve, going further down into ground, and they curve and open up into a large circular room surrounded by 5 statues, the large raised platform filled with water. A large 15-foot high stone door stands directly on the other side of the steps. The room rises up to a dome with a set of constellations that glow a pale blue that are painted into the ceiling.
Well,
And there's like a well in
you
the
know.
middle with water, you said?
It is a very large. When I mean a well, I mean it is easily 30 feet by 30 feet. It is like almost like a large basin of water here.
All right.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you're good with like stars and that stuff, correct? I'm looking at oh my
Orsina?
god, Orsina.
I don't know
Whoops.
the.
Sorry,
cons-
I have a concussion. I have a concussion.
We need a shirt of that. I have a concussion.
I
Every battle.
don't. I can
Like
try.
a bell.
I'm not sure if the constellations are a little different on this side of
Hmm.
the Earth, but
Oh, okay. I
Do
mean,
I know
CTE is
anything
real,
about
guys. Don't no.
Peter, would Orsina recognize any of the?
Would you roll a history check for me?
That is a 4.
It's the high domed ceiling's a little too far for you to make out these constellations, and seeing as given the age of this crypt, the pale blue is kind of dulled, so the only one you really can make out is the constellation of the bear.
Oh, that's helpful. Well, unfortunately, it's a little chipped up there, the paint, but I see the bear constellation.
Okay. So it is like
Of
accurate.
course.
It's Moon.
So it's Moon.
What on earth
And I
would
walk
they
up to-
have
I'm-
used for this giant pool of water in a crypt?
I mean, I'm kind of afraid that if we step on the wrong thing here, that this room is going to fill up with water. I kind of have a feeling that might happen.
Hmm.
But-
Maybe.
I'm going to gingerly, I guess, make my way slowly towards the well.
Maybe we should someone should like investigate the floor or something.
Yeah, I mean, I can do that.
I'm
I
terrible
can't.
at it.
That's a lie.
I'm not
I've
good at
got
investigation.
quite a good investigation sense.
Okay.
Let me take that on. So I got a nat 20.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Tobias is like, "Don't worry, I have this," and steps past everyone and begins to look. So, what are you looking for exactly, Mr. Tobias?
I'm looking for anything that looks out of place. Something that was possibly manufactured to be maybe like a trip stone or trip wire to set something off.
Okay.
Yeah. It may be any breaks in pattern given the stone and how it's been placed.
Mm-hmm. So, what you see here is there's no deviations in the floor, no trip wires. What you do see though is you see two things. You see, first of all, kind of gouges in the floor, almost like if like a rake pulled through like the dirt, let's just say. Now it's just pulling through stone.
Like a
You-
rake or like claw marks.
Yeah, let's say that. You also see some dust being moved. It seems like this is the first time someone's been in here in a while, and you also see a plaque on the side of the platform, and it's written in Elvish.
It's my time to shine.
Well, Sina, there's a plaque there that has Elvish. You know Elvish, don't you?
I think
Yeah.
don't
Can
all
Can you
of
see
would
it? Can
accept
you make it out from here?
We all speak Elvish except for you, Tobias.
We're trying to teach you Elvis, remember?
Hey, Tobias, you want to walk over here with me, and I can show you the letters, and we can pronounce them and spell them out, real, slowly,
My
Worth.
my
so you can
I
Elvish.
also
understand it.
speak Elvish.
You
Oh,
actually
but-
speak Elvish too.
Oh! So do we all just want to like read it out loud at the same time? Just to kind of.
Yeah, Tobias, this is a good lesson for you.
So everyone, even Shield, all piles in, moves Tobias out of the way, and they all read in unison together. If a key you cannot find, and the door will not open wide, then seek out the family, and then look for the scribe. The mason who chose the rock, the craftsman with skill, and the mage who cast the ward to open the door at will. There's a lot there.
So
Reading
you
that
post that
together
in
was
the,
incredible.
Peter, could you just put that in our group chat? That might
I will
be
put that in our
helpful.
group chat.
yeah. So we all read. So I apologize, Tobias. That would have been a real long one for you to learn. And,
Do you recognize any words? Any at all?
Y'all are making me feel very good right now. I'm going to
what are
make
the-
sure
what are friends for.
make sure I note this in my memoir. Every slat shall be recorded.
There were
Yeah.
5 statues,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and there's only 4. 1, 2, 3. Scribe, mason, craftsman, mage, and the families of statue? What are the
So,
statues depicting?
There's statues in this room.
Yeah.
There's statues on
Theraval.
5
So the
statues.
Theravals.
Do they have
The-
plaques on them to kind of note who it is?
I don't know. Why don't you go take a look?
We should go see if the door is open first, though.
Oh yeah, let's try that.
That would be
Ooh.
logical.
Yeah.
You cannot
So,
find-
You make your who's going over there first?
Maybe Tobias to check for traps as we go.
Well, with
yeah.
the nat 20, I would say Tobias has deemed this place safe.
Lay
You
of
don't
the
need to go
land.
over it again.
All
The
right.
lay of the land is Tobias approved, everybody. Give us a thumbs up, Tobias. There it is. Tobias seal of approval. So as you move around this large platform with water, the water is incredibly still. You go to these large large stone doors that are about 15 feet high, and on either side of the door there is like what seems to be like a ward with a little key in there. Now, Orsina, with your passive perception, you see something interesting. You see that these doors opened recently
How would I have known that? Just like
by
Black
looking
and
at the dust and the movement and also the stone rakes on the floor.
hey, team, group, there's someone here recently that opened the door.
So they
So-
came this way. We know they didn't go
So they
left.
came this
How-
way.
Someone might be in there.
How do you know that?
There's like,
Alright.
hear me out. There's dust marks. There's this marks on the floor. Do you
Mm.
see that? Right there.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I see
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
That's the
100%.
door. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, so let's looking at this. We gotta find the scribe first, I guess. So,
What does the scarf do?
Peter, sorry, did you say there were statues around us, Peter?
Yep,
So
there's
what I-
5 statues
Yeah, okay.
around the perimeter of the room. Yeah, if you want to do anything there, take a
Okay.
look.
I go
Shield,
see
is
if I
there
can
anything you
find
wanna
the
do?
scribe.
I'd like to look at the statues to see if any of them look like a scribe.
Okay, the rest of you, Borok and Shield, split up and go their ways and start looking around. Can both of you make investigation checks separately, please?
Mhm. 21.
21.
22.
Wow.
Mm.
Almost like it's in the family or something.
Uh,
Anyways, they're looking around into the
it's the dice tray, man. It's the dice tray.
Yep.
It is
It
the
is.
dice tray. It is the dice tray. You can see that the statues, as you're walking around, the ones that are standing there, you see Borok. Sorry, you see a scribe. You see like a
All right.
elven statue with almost like a piece of paper and a quill. And Shield, you see a stonemason with a chisel and a hammer in a pose up like this, and it's also an elven statue.
I have
Can
found
I,
the mason.
Inspect it, see if it awesome. Can I inspect it, see if it moves, or if there's anything on the book that he's writing?
that
or
investigation
something like
check,
that?
I'll say that you continue to look around, and there is no direct indication of like a secret lever or a button to press on the scribe itself.
Okay. And on what he's writing, does he have a book in his hand, or is it just a quill?
It's like a piece of paper, like parchment, but there is
okay.
nothing actually on there, scribbled on there.
You should go find
Hold
the
on
other
a
one.
second. I'm gonna light a torch.
Mhm.
Put it behind the paper and see if that lights anything, invisible
Like a-
ink.
Secret ink. What's it called? Like a.
Yeah.
Like
Invisible
someone
ink.
rubbed
You know,
lemon
whip
on it
out
or
a
something.
black
Is-
light, start black light
Yeah.
checking
Is
everything.
this the
Yeah, let's,
Declaration of Independence? Are we? Are
Oh.
we?
Yeah, right.
Are we
You hear
Nicolas
like a-
Cage?
You hear like a the torch lights up and you bring it over. Nothing seemingly showing.
I
On
thought I was going to
paper.
be smart for a minute. Here goes my moment.
It's okay. You still know Elvish.
Are,
Yeah, that's very
are
true.
they set up evenly around the pool of water?
Yes, they are.
Is a constellation over each of them? Does it seem like those line up with where the
No.
statues are?
No,
No?
the constellations are dotted in the sky.
And is there
around.
any light reflecting statues into the clear surface of the pool or anything like that?
Roll an investigation check.
Are they all facing in?
They are all facing in. Yes.
This isn't my best roll. Ooh, dirty 20.
Well, I guess it is your best roll. Congratulations.
Action.
So what you see on this end is the following. You were looking for a light reflection, correct?
Yeah, to see if anything like reflects into the pool of water that might be a pattern or something.
You see that it's an odd way the reflection reacts. There's like almost like a light shimmer along the water. And there's a glow on the scribe in the water.
Okay.
Hmm.
I relay that to everyone. I
Sorry.
wonder if we have to go into the water at these points, or maybe Bo, try going from the mason or from the scribe to now the mason, along with the shield.
All right. I'll do that.
Just go over to it.
Let's go.
Is there any... So, sorry, what did you want to do, Cypher?
Just have Bo go from the scribe over to the mason with where shield's standing.
Okay.
Does
So-
that make a shimmer?
That doesn't make a shimmer. Oh, sorry. You're saying you want to see if there's a change in the reflection of the water.
Yeah, like if he's by standing by the scribe has activated something, and if he goes over to the mason, if it activates something, but no.
Now that you're walking around this platform, you can see that each one of the statues are glowing in the water.
Okay, so it's not just the one.
Right.
I'm having
Uh,
trouble
go
picturing what it
in
looks
the
like.
water.
Like it's the reflection that is shimmering. Like we can
Yes,
see
it's
it's
the reflection.
clear water.
Yes. So look at it this way. Think of something like bioluminescent in the water. Like it's a round circular platform filled with water. There's nothing else glowing except the constellations in the reflection of the water and the statues. They are actually glowing in the reflection of the water.
Interesting.
And there's no specific constellation from the water tacked to any of the actual statue reflection. Like it's
Correct.
like a one-to-one match. It's just
No.
kind of.
Everything's just all
Everywhere.
glowing in there.
How did we miss this?
Peter,
Yes.
I'd like to see if I can follow the eye line of the statue. Is it going into the...
Is it going into the pool, the eye line?
Yeah.
It is.
Is it pointing at its own reflection?
It's a good question.
It is.
Perhaps we should just go and see if there's anything
We-
in the pool at those
Mhm.
reflections.
We have to jump.
Before we do that, Peter, I would like to see if there is a statue that is a craftsman, because the way that the poem went, I'm not sure if we're looking for 3 or 4 statues.
Yeah, and look for the
Or-
scribe.
Yeah.
Because it's kind
And then
of
mage.
weird that the mason would get 2 lines and everybody else 1.
Oh, see, I
Right,
thought
so-
the craftsman was a statue. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So roll an investigation check, and we'll just do this for the rest of the room here. If anyone
I
wants to
see.
assist,
I see with the
Oh,
punctuation. Is it just a
I'll-
conjunction onto the rest of the sentence? Or I see what you're saying.
Shield, roll
I'll
with
assist.
advantage, buddy.
So 18.
Okay. You take your time. You look around the rest of the room. You find a scribe, which is what Bo found. You found the mason. You find a craftsman, which looks to be holding like pliers and with like a little setting, holding like almost like a little, like he was almost putting like a gem setting in there. You see what is clearly a mage in a robe with his hands outstretched, and you see a statue, though you don't recognize this, but right off the bat, but you remember sometime in your past, Shield, someone looking vaguely like this. It's an elf, very stern look, with its arms crossed.
So we found the family, the scribe, the mason, the craftsman, and the mage.
Yeah. So you got the family. Look for the scribe.
Like, is
the
it
mage
an
is the one
order?
who
Do we have to
opened the
do
door.
something in this order? Because at the end, the mage opens the door at will. Is that what it's saying?
The mason who chose the rock. So where is the mason looking?
The mason is looking into the water at its own reflection.
All of them are looking at their own reflections.
They're
right?
all looking at their own
Right,
reflections
right.
into the water.
Gotcha. I think we have to go
I
in the water.
think it's inside the water.
Okay.
I mean,
So
yeah.
I am going to go.
Orsina, I think you're up.
Me?
Sorry, Shield, what were you to say?
Yeah,
So
sorry.
I think I'm going to go and I'm going to stand. Well, I'm going to check the water to see how deep it is first. Like,
Okay.
is it super deep? Because I doubt I float.
You reach your
Just-
hand in,
Just
and you reach your hand in further and further and further to the point where you're almost ready to go into the water. No end in sight right now.
Yeah.
I am.
Orsina, can't you turn into like a fish or something like that? Or
Well, yes. Orsina can't
octopus.
swim, but I guess we can do that.
I feel like it wouldn't be it wouldn't be based on our ability to swim to get something. Like if this was a crypt that they were accessing with relative ease,
Yeah.
it would be something trickier than just swimming down to get something. Is what I'm thinking.
Assumes that the family has the keys,
the
though, so
item-
they wouldn't have to do this.
Fair point. Fair point.
Right. And my thought would be, the mason holds the rock, so I think the rock needs to go. There's something down there that we need to then put into the craftsman's pliers because he's holding the thing, right? And then the mage might open up the door if we put that rock in the craftsman's tools.
What about the family and the scribe? They were mentioned first. Like,
I mean,
how do they come into play? I mean, I can turn into an octopus, but I can only do this
Yeah.
twice, so I don't want to like waste it if it's not going to do anything.
well, I mean, after a short rest, you can do it again, right?
Are
So
we
it's not
resting though?
Maybe a bit.
I'll do it. I'll do it if the team thinks it's a good
I
way
think
to
it's a
go.
good option, personally. What about you guys?
Yeah. I
Try.
feel like going into the water. Yeah, I think that's a
Okay.
good choice.
Okay.
All right, so who is going into the water first, or who's going into the water together? Let me know.
I think I'm just gonna turn into a. What's a good one?
Octopus.
I need to grab stuff.
Octopus.
I was thinking
Octopus,
an
'cause then you
octopus
can grab
too.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Orsina kind of backs up and
Like a
then takes
medium-sized one, so it
Okay.
fits in the, not a giant one. Just
Oh, it is. It is. This thing's large. It's 30 by 30.
Okay.
You can definitely like. So Orsina jumps and, in a flash, turns into this gold-flecked green octopus and splashes into the water. Orsina, you hear like the and the bubbles just rising up into the top of the water. What's weird is that now that you're in the water, the reflection is almost reality in here. And it's a curved dome all the way to the bottom, and the statues are all upside down.
Oh my god, it's the upside down. Can I get to the bottom, like, easily?
Oh yeah, you can
Is
swim
there
to the bottom.
anything... Do I see anything that's not in the outside area?
You see all the statues glowing.
Is there anything on the statues at all that is different that I can
Yeah.
pluck out?
Well, you see the scribe. You look at the scribe first, and you see the parchment lit up.
Mm-hmm.
You look over to the mason. You see the rock lit up. You see the craftsman's tweezers lit up. You see the mage's hands lit up, and you also see the family, which is the crossed arm, standing there with a glow in the center of its chest.
Okay, but there's nothing that I can actually pry out or grab. It's just...
You can take a look. Which one are you
Damn,
going to?
Let's do this. Let's do the scribe. I'm gonna swim over to the scribe and see if anything is now written on the parchment or anything like that.
Okay. You go over to the scribe, and you see the only thing that is different is that it's glowing. There is no scribbling or writing. It's just the parchment itself is glowing.
And I'm assuming the same with the mason, like what does he have? He has
a rock.
A rock. The rock is glowing,
Yes.
but I can't actually pry it off, like it's not loose.
I mean, you can try.
All right. Let me use my
Certainly try.
suctiony legs. What are they?
Ursina wraps her tentacle around the rock and begins to pry. You hear like a noise, and everyone on the top of the water begins to turn to ice
No.
slowly and begins to go into the center.
I don't think
Shit.
that was it.
Ooh.
I'll cast
That's a good thing she
message.
can breathe underwater.
Well, I'll
We,
cast message and Orsina, it's turning to ice. You might need to get out.
Do I see that happening, or am I just?
You can
oblivious?
see it happening.
Did she get anything?
Yeah. Did it, like,
Nothing came off. Nothing came off.
the statue didn't, like, even wobble any?
No.
It's just I just
The ice is closing.
activated a trap. Great. Cool. Okay.
Uh,
Just I look around real quick just to make sure there's nothing on the ground. There's no. Is the constellation clear?
The constellation looks the same. Everything is glowing still. Every one of the statues is glowing.
So,
Sorry, hold on. The whole statue isn't glowing. It's just there's certain parts of the
Just
statue.
certain parts of the
that are
statue
glowing.
glowing. Yes, the parchment for the scribe, the center of the chest for the family. Going on forward from there.
Yeah,
And Bo,
okay.
you were gonna say something?
I was just gonna tell her to. So, maybe. Well, I can't tell her anything because I don't have a message. So,
You can yell. You can yell though. I'm pretty sure I can hear you underwater. I still speak. I still understand.
try the family first. Look at the family. Then the scribe. Just take in all the information you can get.
I think she
I'll
has.
just send her
I'm-
the same message telepathically.
Okay, hold
Okay.
on. Since I'm
Um,
already doing this, let's go to the family and try to grab like the thing.
In the meantime, I'm gonna start punching the ice, like
Thank
break
you
it
so
up
much. That's so
Yeah.
to at least slow that
Yeah.
down.
As that
Yeah,
is-
I'll cast firebolt as well. To keep
Okay.
it hot.
shield, Tobias, you're casting firebolt, you're breaking the ice. As you are casting it, the fire is melting the ice, and your pummels are breaking the ice, but it continues to close down. Orsina, you swim over as fast as you can to the family, and you put your hand on the heart of the stern elf, and you feel a pull. The ice above you, Shield, Borok, Cypher, Tobias, immediately dissipates, and Orsina is just shot from the water in squid form and lands
Octopus.
on the ground, on octopus form, and just on the ground. You hear like a positive clunking noise. I don't know how you would like a. I guess that is.
All right. Well, back in the water. I just go over and grab the octopus and toss it.
Or
Again,
how hard do you
sea
toss
dweller.
that? How do you toss her into the water?
Yeah. Dance, monkey, dance for your dollar. Yeah, I don't talk like I would just pick her up and then just kind of gently set her in there.
It's odd, Bo, because when you pick her up, it's almost like at any hockey game, just throwing a squid onto the ice. She won't go in the water. The water to Orsina is acting solid.
Just
Well,
pushing her down.
just get in there.
I look at it with my judgy octopus eyes. Like,
As I suspect.
Yeah, I know.
While he's doing that, I'll jump in and go to the scribe.
Yeah,
Is
I
he
was
smart?
thinking that. Go to the
Do you have a
scribe.
swimming speed?
Shield just goes
Won't you rush?
into the
Can you
water
go
and
back
just
up?
I'm already rusted. It's fine.
like a Victorian mariner, just right to the bottom of the. It's almost like he's walking on the moon. He makes his way
I
over.
don't breathe. It's fine.
Everything is fine.
Yeah.
So
Well,
where were
let's
you
say
going?
I like a man
Shield?
of action.
The next one after family was the scribe, right? So I'm gonna go try to grab the glowy thing from the scribe.
Mhm.
The paper, right?
Yep. You reach out. You climb up a little bit too, by the way, to get to the statue. You grab the parchment. Once again, you feel like you hear the positive clunk, and Shield, you almost feel pulled out of the water and just smashed out onto the water, onto the ground.
by the way, I'm switching back to
Okay.
Just,
The sad octopus on the ground just like just back into Orsina.
Yeah, I'll pull
All right,
myself
well, I
out
guess
of
I'm
the
next.
crater I absolutely made.
You definitely made a crater. You broke
Yeah.
some of the stonework down here. It was nice stonework too. How dare you? Bo just dives in, and where are you going, Bo?
Next one is the mason. So yeah, that guy.
Back
Or
makes
girl.
his swims over to the mason, holding his breath. You do it in enough time that you don't have to worry about losing any breath. You grab onto the rock, feel the pull, smash out of the water.
Ah!
I'm gonna cannonball in.
You hear the
Or make
clopping
a
of
full run and
Cypher's.
jump. Cannonball.
You hear the clopping of Cypher's hooves as they jump into the water and just splash in. And you're going for what, Cypher?
Craftsman.
Craftsman grabs the glowing pincers, pulled out of the water. Positive clunk.
All right, the mage for the mage.
My fur is all wet now.
Well, I didn't
how
think I
poetic
was
is
gonna
that?
have to get wet.
Oh, too bad. All I can-
Push him in.
Is he standing?
I don't
is he
even
sta-
read
yeah, is he
Elvish.
Is he standing by the pool?
Tobias,
Oh,
are you standing
no.
by the pool?
I think
Yeah.
Bo and
I'll put it in
Shield
his
have the
pocket.
same thought.
Yeah,
They kind of just
Cell phone out of your pocket first.
Yeah.
Then push him in.
in you
yeah.
go.
I just kick him in
And
the
as-
butt. Like I just push him by the butt. And
And
yeah,
as
there you go.
as I'm falling in, you just hear that's an exasperated sigh.
Exasperated size and mage and just
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, size and privilege and just
Yeah.
goes under the water. Tobias, where are you going, buddy?
Well, actually, I got the one hand going because I'm holding my nose with my left hand.
That one got. That
Tobias
one
is
got
definitely
me.
the kid at the pool who holds his nose. Is like,
Yep.
I want
Yeah.
to get anything up there.
Yeah.
And then I go over to the mage.
It's too good.
Yeah.
And
I want to
you
give him a
grab
wedgie
the
when he
hands
gets out.
for the mage, and you once again feel the pull. But for the rest of you outside of the water, you hear like the of the stone doors opening up, and Tobias just out of the water.
Oh
Friends,
my.
I have a concern. We think there's just one person that came in here, and open the door from the tracks that we saw?
I mean, they could be family.
They could be
Could be a
family,
group
but
of
because
people.
otherwise, how would they have done that? We're just lucky there were 5 of us.
Well,
How did they get in?
I guess only one way to find out now, isn't there?
Yeah, if they're family, then we might be screwed.
Or we might be not screwed. Because there's only
Fair. Or we might not be screwed.
I don't know. There's nothing stronger than family.
one. Alright, let's keep
My
moving.
love for all of you is stronger than family. Because we
Aw.
are family.
I do not
That was-
know you.
Family doesn't have to be all the time.
And yet, Shield, I love you. We are family now.
We are now family.
That is very nice. What is your...
We're trauma bonded together.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know what? I don't think we even introduced ourselves to him.
I think I said my name.
I think so.
Well, I'm
I mean-
Orsina. Hello.
No.
Hello.
Barack, Tobias over there. Perfect.
Hello.
Okay, well, now that we're all acquainted, let's get a move on.
Poe is just like everyone. He's just grabbing everyone's hands, making them shake Shield's hands. He's like, "There you go."
Yeah.
And he,
There you
and
go.
he just,
Let's go.
There, you've all met. We're all happy.
Any excuse to touch all of our hands, Bo.
Yeah.
You guys seem to forget that there's a world to save, and
Bo's got this
someone already
weird
in here.
thing with
And yet you
hands.
took the time to hold our hands. Let's go.
It's the things, really.
What?
It's the little things, really.
the
Yeah.
hallway that has been revealed past the door that it just opened up. And congratulations, by the way, on beating my puzzle.
I think we overthought the heck out of that.
You did, but anyways,
We-
it's all good.
Every D&D player ever. Perfect.
Typical
Okay.
D&D. The hallway is bathed in this ethereal blue light. It stretches for about 20 feet in front of you. You all have to walk single file down this hallway as it's fairly tight. Seems to open up into a larger room not too far down. Is there anything you're doing before we continue forward?
I mean, just being careful.
I'm following Bo's lead.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
All right, perfect.
Oh wait, I do have. Should I cast Pass Without a Trace on it? Yeah.
Sure. If you want to
Maybe.
get sneaky with it.
Sneakies.
Yeah. Let's. You know what? That lasts up to an hour, so let's do that. I'll
Sneak,
cast
sneak.
Pass Without a Trace.
Super sneaky.
Yeah, I'm built for
Make
stealth.
it nice.
Clearly.
What if we cast grease
That's
on you?
fine.
Would that like loosen up your rusty joints? We just cast grease on
My
you.
joints are adequately functional.
Oh.
The rust is mostly superficial.
So it's an aesthetic thing.
That's good. That's good. I
Lots
wish
of
I could say
rain.
the same about all of our
probably.
joints.
You all are having this lovely conversation as you're moving down the hallway there.
Yes.
The
Quietly.
as you were thank you for
Whispering.
clarifying. You're all whispering to
Yeah.
each other.
Oh no, I'm not. I whisper.
Okay. Walking down the stone hallway, you're entered into a room with 3 doors, and the room is about 15 by 20. There is a door on the left, a door on the right, and a door directly in the middle.
We like
Do they
middle
have
doors,
anything?
don't we?
Did they say anything on them?
You know what? They do. You read Elvish.
They said
We
that-
all do. Except
Okay.
Tobias,
This again.
can you
Honestly,
read this?
just wait.
Yeah. No, we
If there
don't
comes
have
a
to do this.
time when we are going to need a person to speak Celestial,
Oh,
You're gonna be
that's-
jealous.
the
all of
day
you.
that you ever made Tobias feel this way.
Leave it to Tobias to assume he'll have a conversation with angels.
I
Yeah.
speak celestial.
Well, I just met you, so you don't count.
He does.
Outs in the
count.
corner.
Yeah.
Borok, you see on the left and the right, you see it says servitude.
Hmm.
On the front, it says familial.
All right. Well, it
And are
looks
there
like
footprints
these-
going into one of them?
There are 3 doors, right?
Correct.
What was the other? What does the third one say?
Servitude
Both
and
left and
familial.
right.
Both of them say servitude.
Yes. The one in front says
So-
familial. Yes, Bo.
I feel like the middle one is for family, obviously, and then servants in the other 2. That would be my first
That
guess.
would be my guess as well.
And can I check for? Can someone who's better at it check for if the foot tracks go in one direction, go in one of the doors?
Absolutely. Who's gonna roll investigation on or like
Investigation?
nature? Sorry.
Nature. I'm not
Nature,
very
not
good at nature.
survival, maybe. Boop, 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 boop. I have a +5 to nature.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'll roll it. Fuck it. 20 again. That's 3 tonight, guys.
I'm starting to rubbing off on everybody.
Yeah, you are.
Not
Actually,
me.
I got a lot of 20s last. I think I had 3 20s
Yeah.
last stream.
You got a lot of that.
I'm finally rolling good.
Cypher,
Info.
you see in the scuffs in the floor, movement, almost like someone was dragging something to a room to the left. But there is a noise from the right-hand door as well. You hear like a noise, and then you hear like a rumble as a little shake is followed by
From the right.
from the right. Yes.
So, everyone, there was someone was dragged to the left, like footprints and a drag mark to the left. There's some weird groaning and a rumble to the right.
Well, I'd say we try the right then.
Like,
Okay.
And save whoever's in there.
Yeah.
Or
To the
kill them,
right.
one or the other.
To the right, then. The door marks servitude. You look up, and the stone doors are ajar. You open them up ever so quietly, and you see Geolucent. But you don't just see Geolucent living, you see them smashed to bits. As there are 5 mechanical constructs surrounded around the room, and you are
Guys,
meeting them
not this
in a middle of a kind of in the middle of a skirmish here.
perhaps we should back away.
I think this is one of those rooms that's gonna crush things. So let's try the left room.
Do
Slowly
I
back out of the room.
recognize them?
Yeah.
You recognize them. Roll a history check, Shield.
We are brothers.
Not all
17.
mechanical things are related.
That's true. I guess not all fleshy things are related. Oh,
17. Shield, you look into this room and you see that these are more they're not what you are. They're not Warforged.
They're not cool.
Oh, they're not Warforged.
No.
They are you can discern that they're more of an arcane creation, much akin to like animated armor and stuff.
We should leave.
I guess they're the servants of the family.
Yeah, I was ready to get out. Let's go.
do you
So,
have any
Then
family?
maybe
Jill?
familial.
Wait, did anyone want to check the left one first?
I think we
I
should go
thought
to the left
we were
one,
gonna
yeah.
do that. Yeah. Let's
Which one you
try
guys
that
doing?
out.
The left
Left.
one.
And I
Okay.
wanted to know if
Left.
Shield has any family.
Shield, do you have any family?
I have been frozen for many hundreds of years. Any family that I had is gone.
Oh, so you did have family. Why have you been frozen for so long, and why did you just awaken?
I know, we didn't even figure that out. Like, we didn't even ask him.
These are all good questions.
I do not know.
So you just woke up and you found your way here to save the Orin?
Yes.
Interesting.
All right.
It's not like there haven't been townsfolk in
cross that
trouble
bridge when
for
we
the
get
last
there.
100 years. There would have
Maybe
been
it's us.
people like trip
Maybe
or
it's us.
get stabbed all the time, and you think you'd be, if they're in trouble, you would have been woken up if it was just that. So it can't just be that someone was in trouble.
Shield, to provide some insight, the means of your awakening are still not understood to you. You've always been able to see.
Oh yeah, I've always been aware.
You've always been aware. You always know what's happening, but you haven't been able to find the will to move as of yet. Almost as if
I feel that.
there wasn't something that you wanted to do.
There
make
are
you
several townspeople who are going to be very stern talking to once I'm
That
back, but
Yeah.
I'd watch that sitcom.
Yeah. And probably a lot of townspeople who are very surprised right now that the statue just
gone.
kind of up and left.
what happened to our fountain? Huh.
Who vandalized our fountain?
Yeah.
There was a statue there yesterday, right?
Do you remember how you became frozen? Did you just climb up onto the top of the fountain one day and decide to freeze?
No.
Someone
I
put
was
you-
moved.
Someone put you up there.
Yes.
Oh, so
I
you
So you
were
were
frozen
frozen in
somewhere else.
advance.
Yeah, and then brought there.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
You remember Shield just
It was very degrading.
as the as Burkton became
It's very degrading.
more and more settled without the need of defense, and the Heldremian kingdom coming into power, you felt there wasn't a need to protect as much anymore.
My usefulness ran its course,
Oh.
and
But
now
he's useful again.
it would have so.
It's interesting that you made that decision because there's always use. There's always going to be bad things in the world. So it's like how do you decide what degree to come out for? Like what's your degree of usefulness? Like because there's always things to be useful for, but you needed a greater use. Interesting.
This is a good. Yes, this is a good psychoanalyst to go into when we're having a
In the middle
drink
of a dungeon. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm
Yeah.
getting too into it. I just don't know
I
how
totally
long
understand,
we'll have
and
Shield
really
around.
really want to know the character history as well, but I think we're on a time crunch.
Perhaps later I
Fair
can
enough.
explain more.
If we survive.
You will
You move in
survive.
towards
This
the
sounds
left.
wonderful. Yeah.
The left door. Much like the room that you were in before, there is the mechanical servants in the area, but they're stationary, and there's no geolucent in here. But you do see a room with almost like a sack opened up there. A little burlap, like a big burlap sack in the middle.
So
Well,
they
it's a bet
pulled
that's
something
what was
from the sack.
dragged. The sack.
What'd you
was
say,
dragged
Bo?
in the room.
I said that. So the sack was dragged into the room.
Yes.
It did something. It went to the other room. The geolucent fought those ones off, but whoever brought the geolucent. So we've got a probe. That's what we got in our hands right now.
How many geos were there?
In that room,
Yeah.
from what you saw, just kind of peeking in through the doors, you saw about 4 or 5 strewn about dead.
Maybe that's how they got the door open. They used the geos to press the water statues.
I would say that's probably
That
it.
is reasonable.
Good point. Can you
well-
mage hand that, Cypher, and drag the burlap sack towards us?
Yeah. Do you want the burlap sack?
I don't know. It's interesting, no?
I'll cast
Would
Mage
be a
Hand and
bag of holding.
slowly pull it closer to us. See if anything happens.
Cypher, can you... trying to think of how a mage hand would gingerly pull something. Can
I
you roll...
control it. Like, it can open doors and do lock.
No. I'm...
Oh.
Can you do me a favor and roll a d20 and just add your Arcana? Or your spell attack, sorry, your spell attack to it.
Yeah. Why don't I just make... Can I roll that? Spell attack mod? It won't let me roll that. I need a d20 with my spell mod. Alright. Ooh, it's only 5. So 5 plus 5. 10.
You see like a wisp of gold of a hand start to move towards the burlap sack. You grab the burlap sack and you see the hand gingerly trying to pull it over. But the weight in the sack shifts.
Oh.
And a corpse hand falls out
Okay.
right onto pressure plate.
Oh no.
I need you all to roll initiative.
So
We
it's
were-
keeping
we're-
pressure on the plate.
Wait,
Have
we're
we
outside
released
the
pressure
room
yet?
though. We're not in the room.
You're in the room. You had to open the doors. You're in the room.
We peeked into the room.
Well, you'd have to
We're
try and
gonna
figure
make
out
me
how to
do
get
it.
out of it. Do we want to take a quick break though first? You want to take a fiver? And we're back, everybody. Welcome to the whatever's going on here right now. I'm going to just show you a map.
Whatever's happening.
Whatever's happening right now. You see, we're really professional over here.
Whatever this is.
Whatever this is. But we see our adventurers again in the middle of some interesting
Shenanigans.
Or Cypher decided to use Mage Hand to grab the sack in the middle of the room. As the sack shifted, a hand flew out. Phrasing. A hand fell out.
I heard it too.
Yeah, we all heard it. But it's okay, we're adults. A hand fell out and activated a trap. The sentinels in the room activated and are now beginning to hone in on the burlap bag, because I will not use the other word. Team, what are you all doing here?
I would be at the front.
We
to
can pass
get
with a
the
trace
Mage
on.
Hand. Pass with a trace on. I roll 31 total stealth.
Okay,
Ow.
well, while you're beginning to stealth up,
No, I'm not
The-
stealthing up.
eh?
We're at the door. I cast Mage
Okay.
Hand, and I'm just saying that's how stealthy I am, and I want to close the door.
Okay, the hand disappears, and everyone else, please roll stealth.
34. Remember to add 10 with pass with a trace.
24.
Thank the Lord, because
What was it, Shield?
15.
15. Orsina?
24.
Mr. Tobias?
20.
All right. As you begin to move away, you can hear the clunking of the large mechanical construct moving towards the bag, but you don't see too much else. You move back out, and someone just quietly closes the door. You hear like the and the door, you can hear on the other side just a and then you just hear a crashing noise in the background.
I don't think the body's
No,
whole
that
anymore.
is soup.
This is the
No.
definition of the body hitting the floor.
Yeah. Well, all right. Let's. I guess we try the middle door. I wonder what wonders await us in there.
Let's peek in slowly this
Who's gonna do that?
Take a look.
Well, we all have
I mean,
stealth right now, right?
Are you all
Yeah,
gonna
we're all
Scooby Doo
stealthed
poke
up,
in?
so-
Like,
Yeah.
I'll take a perception check inside.
all right,
For
Bo.
maximum comedy, I'm on the bottom.
okay. Bo,
Yeah.
you open the familial door and you poke your head in. Dark vision. You don't need to worry about this all. You're all good. There is a long hallway, but with a vaulted ceiling with stone pillars rising all the way up. There's a dim blue light as well. What's that was your passive perception. Did you roll a perception as well? I
No,
apologize.
I'll roll a perception. Oh man. Oh, that's 6 plus 8 is
14.
Yes. That was with advantage, by the way. So that was just a horrible roll.
You poking in through the door, you don't get to see too much, but you do see the rakes, the raking in the floor, a little bit at the entrance here too, which is what Tobias saw in the constellation room.
All right. Well, I think it's this way, gang, but we might want to check for traps on this. If anyone's
All right.
proficient at that.
Let me do some of that investigation.
Thanks, Tobias.
No problem. Oh, that's a 25.
You walk in, Tobias, to the room, and you take a look around, and you see if there's anything out of the ordinary. Nothing in here. Seems pretty open.
All checks out.
No traps on the
All
floor.
right. Well, let's keep moving.
As I said, all checks out.
Tobias,
All right.
stay
Got it.
on
I'll
the
just start
floor.
walking. I'll just start walking in then.
Okay. Borak, you walk into this large, relatively ornately decorated portion of this crypt. The faint statues of elves long past standing in the hallway. As you make your way towards the end of the hall, there is a split. Once again, left or right.
Right.
Can I see tracks?
Wait. Follow the tracks.
Yeah. Can I see tracks?
You can see the raking going to the left, and you also see some damage on the sides of the entryway, almost like whatever was trying to get in there was a little too big, had to squeeze its way through.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
Great. Well, I'll go that way.
I swear to God, if it's another probe infested
Giant.
frost giant,
Frog.
so annoying.
It's probably, but it's gonna be like that or an ogre or something like that. You know, it'll be something stupid.
Shield's just
Oh, I'm
thinking,
looking
I'm gonna
upwards.
punch it hard. It's gonna be great.
Punch it so hard. Shield just
Yeah.
so excited for battle.
Violence.
I'm gonna protect so hard.
Can't wait to protect you so good.
Yeah.
You continue to walk through the hallway here, and you make your way down the steps once again, and you are greeted by 3 empty tombs. 3 tombs, sorry. All of them opened, one after
Oh,
the other.
no.
They are not
No.
empty. You see
No.
2 remains, and then 1 is empty.
Well, I'm assuming they found what they were looking for in that
Do
one.
they have, is there anyone else in the room? Like, is there a hallway going somewhere else, or is this like the end of the line?
There is another hallway going actually up this time. It's like a stairs going up, and it's the pathway itself is a little bit more ornate, and and well lit. Actually, it's very bright in this blue ethereal hue.
What are the names on the tombs that are pushed open?
Yeah, you see Airwell, Cianendel, and it says Beloved Mother. You see Volmer, Cianendel, Caring Brother. You see a empty crypt that is seemingly smashed with no discernible plate on it right now.
Aaron Wells, Sarandel, something mother, loving mother.
So Airwell,
Yeah.
ERWEL.
Yeah.
Volmer, VULMER.
Valderrama?
No, yeah, it was caring brother and loving mother.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
And then there's the other one is broken.
Smashy smashed. All right, let's just keep going, I guess.
So yeah, there's the staircase over there going up. I mean, that's kind of strange, but maybe it's like a an area for the pets.
I mean, I think that's for the head honcho down there. So we should probably keep moving that way.
Their very own pet graveyard. Fitting.
I think it's the father's tomb that is destroyed. Just a hunch.
Mhm.
Do we remember what where the thing we have to grab is supposed to be?
It would be with the fathers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Father who studied the ley lines.
Right. Okay. Well,
The lay of the
this
ether.
looks for the daughter and the brothers, possibly. So maybe, I mean, that might be, if there's no name on it, that could be
Before
our buddy's tomb.
There is
before
a
we
name.
move
though,
on,
it's
just let me
like,
let
destroyed,
me
right?
detect some magic around here. Let's see
Yeah.
if there's anything I can discern. 23.
Okay. Tobias, you center yourself and begin to focus in on any magic. You feel the familiar thrum of the geolucent, but there's something else that has piqued your interest. The wall behind you is adorned in a map that you have never seen before, but it is holding some sort of arcane feeling.
That's what we want. We
Mhm.
want the crypt to get the ley line map.
It's a stone relief on the wall. Cypher, you turn around to look at this.
Yeah.
Can you do a Constitution saving throw for me?
No.
No.
Okay. Yeah, hey, everyone. Thanks. We're done here.
Oh god, I'm scared. Okay, 13.
13. Cypher. You
Wait, hang on. Flash of genius, add 5.
At 5. 8.
Did
What
you
was
just
it?
look at me smart and save my ass?
18.
Sure did.
As you're about to lose your balance
Little
in
John figuring out
consciousness,
something.
you feel like a metal gauntleted hand grab your back, and you almost feel like this surge of. And as he's holding you up, Cypher, you have a vision in your mind. It's familiar to you, but you're in a grass plain of purples and blues. The landscape is odd. Trees are upside down, sideways, floating in the air. You see butterflies flying around, leaving trails in the air. You look down to your hands, and it's not Cypher in their fawn form. It's a young Cypher in their original form.
Yeah.
You wade through the long grass. You hear just the titters of and a hand outstretches. It's a soft hand. And it says, "Don't be frightened, my child." And you're back in the crypt. This tapestry, this stone relief on the wall, has evoked a memory of you in the Feywild as a child. You begin to remember your studies. That this is the what would be the main portion of the Feywild etched onto this wall.
Thank you, Shield. I almost lost my mind for a second there. I think
Yes.
literally.
Next time, don't do that.
I didn't. I just looked at it. It's the Feywild. It's a map of the Feywild, sort of, which is exceptionally difficult considering the nature of the Feywild.
Explain.
Well, the Feywild. Would it explain what part? The Feywild, or why it's hard to have a map of the Feywild?
Yes.
Oh, it's hard to make a map of the Feywild just because it's always so changing and tipsy-turvy and like a puzzle that's broken. It doesn't make any sense. And I can't remember the first thing I said.
That's the one I wanted. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Why would there be a map of the Feywild here? Is it particularly connected to the leyline magic, perhaps?
Are elves not connected to the Fey?
I mean, yes. Some of them. Orsina, are you? No, not all elves are from the Feywild.
No, not familiar with that.
Maybe these elves were, though.
Maybe. They are from this continent. Perhaps.
Okay.
Sure. I have a question that John knows the answer, but I would like to know if Shield would know the answer to.
Go ahead.
It's a two-parter. Are you ready?
I think I'm ready, yeah.
Okay. Number one, do Eladrin exist in the...
No.
Okay. Right.
Okay. And I'm only saying that no as in no.
Shield doesn't know.
doesn't know. Okay, not
Okay.
like outright. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But Cypher, you've had this odd vision now. What is everyone else doing?
Are you guys okay if I quickly draw a map, like a drawing of it?
I was thinking you should do that probably, yeah.
That is a wise course of action.
Sure.
Just
Yeah.
a rough sketch. Okay. Go amongst yourselves, and I'll just try starting to sketch it.
Shield, should you maybe stay here and protect her while she's doing this, and maybe we can sneak up
Go.
to the top and just see how much further we can get without
I'll
it
be
being
okay.
too dangerous.
Yes, I will stay.
That's famous last words, but
I'm Cypher.
All right. Well, I think that's a good idea. You two stay. We'll forge ahead and come back once we have a little bit more intel.
yeah,
Okay.
we'll just do a little scouting mission.
Cypher and Shield are staying back. Cypher's taken out a paper and parchment. You start sketching in there. So, just to make sure you're catching it all, you're going to take your time with this. So, Orsina, Tobias, and Borok, you're heading up the stairs, I'm assuming?
Yes.
You head up the stairs.
Stealthily.
Stealthily. Thank you, Borok.
True.
All quietly. Can you all roll stealth checks again, please?
You still have pass without trace, so at 10.
Didn't really last too long, did it? 19.
plus 10.
Yeah, no, 19.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yep.
20. So 37.
Okay. And Tobias.
Tobias has decided to just be singing a song while we're walking
Oh,
through here. He
no.
rolled a 13.
Oh God.
Plus
Plus
10?
10?
Yes.
That's with the plus 10? Yep.
Yes.
Oh, man.
God
Well,
damn.
Terrible.
I roll every stealth check with disadvantage.
Why?
Oh,
Because no one can dim his shine.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's too glorious for us all.
It's too glorious.
Borak, Orsina, you're moving relatively quietly, and Tobias is just thinking like, what was that? What was that we just saw? And he was just like talking and being like, anyway, and she's just having a little conversation with himself as he's going up as he's going up the stairs. But
Definitely gonna put that in my memoir. I hope she gets a good drawing of it.
Like you took the words right out of my mouth.
Memoir.
Borak, you get to a large door that is opened up a little bit, and there is noise coming in. You can hear the scratching and grunting of something behind the door.
I'm going to use my earring and I'll message back to Cypher and just say, I think we found the intruders here.
Does it just sound like more geolucents?
It sounds bigger.
Great. Okay, I'm almost done. I'll be right there.
You hear a kind of a grunting, and you hear a voice. He's not there. Where is it? Spread out and find it. And you hear another kind of a groan just moving through the room, and what sounds like the crashing of something being pulled over.
Well, we found the crypt. Cypher, I know this work is super important that you're doing, but you might want to hurry up.
You can't rush perfection. And then I'm coming. I really am. I'm coming as fast as I can. And I will finish it as promptly as I can.
Cypher, roll sleight of hand for me on that.
When we go back, you can also finish it up.
Tobias is walking up the steps behind Borak and Orsina, and trips on a step.
Classic.
And it echoes through, and you hear like the
Lovely.
oh, what was that?
It was nothing.
I rolled bad, so as my workmanship starts to get worse, I think I'll just
Okay.
fold it up and put it in my pocket and come back to it later.
Okay. Shield, what are you doing?
We could have done that in the first place, and I'm going to start going upstairs.
You just cut right to the chase, Shield, and I don't hate it. I like it. It's open, upfront communication, and I just
No
follow.
nonsense kind of guy.
Shield, how are you going up the stairs, by the way, buddy?
Well, I mean, did I hear the crash? Because that changed my answer.
I will say it was a cacophonous crash, as it were.
Then I am not super worried about it. I'm just going to go.
Okay. You hear the clanking, the stuff up the stairs, ruining any sort of stealth. And the door, you see the hand, a clawed hand, rip the door open, and in front of you is a purple robe
Bro.
with a stark elven features. The crystals adorning their face, kind of in a blazing look. This elf looks aged, though. And he looks at you and goes, "What are you doing in my father's crypt?" And that's where we're going to end for
Stairwell?
today.
Ah!
Oh man.
Oh.
No!
That's how they did it so easily.
Oh, no.
He had a key. Don't we have a key? In my notes, it says we have a key. I was like, wait.
That was to get in. They ripped the
Okay.
door off.
I was like,
Yeah.
we had a key this whole time.